Hi, everyone. My name is Anais Lieu. I am the Communications and Projects Manager at St. Mary's Center. And I work between our advocacy and development programs to really uplift stories for seniors. Our agency serves seniors exiting homelessness and low-income seniors with housing resources and meal programs, as well as advocacy and community programs. So we can go to the next slide.
The solution for homelessness is housing. When you support affordable housing, you support people like me. I was driving my car down San Pablo Avenue and I looked over and I said, St. Mary's Center? I'm going to call them and see if they can help me. St. Mary's Center was able to give me the keys the very same day I asked for help. If I viewed my life as a puzzle, the big piece that was missing is support. I had none. I felt hopeless. But here all of a sudden I'm getting support left and right. They have free breakfast, lunch every day, Monday through Friday for $1. They have so many wonderful activities that keep seniors coming back. I've never seen a more welcome community. I now live in Hayward Depot community. My brother and I are no longer homeless, and our health is improving. My dream is to move into the senior apartments across from St. Mary's. This project would allow the abandoned block to be a safe and beautiful community. My hope for the future of the Bay Area is to erase homelessness entirely. There should be no homeless on the streets. There should be no empty buildings or lots.
Thank you. I really wanted to start here with Maria's story that we were able to produce with the Stories of Home project. And in terms of what we learned from this, what I saw working closely with Maria was that she was more empowered. She was more engaged with our services throughout the process, more likely to show up for meals and bingo and our classes and other really key resources for her to maintain her housing. And throughout this process, what we learned as facilitators of Maria's story is that we were working closely with her to respect her story while uplifting our overall goals for the project. In some ways, to be honest, Maria was not the perfect storyteller. She brought with us a lot of resentment towards her previous housing agency and a really complicated family backstory. And we made a decision to uplift the positive parts of her journey during editing rather than the circumstances that were placing her at need. And what we saw in the polling that was done last November is this was really motivated to viewers because the system was able to work for Maria to exit homelessness when she really needed it. It allows us to prove the value of investing in affordable housing and a safety net for others like her to exit homelessness. I really want to uplift and express gratitude for the storytelling resources that NPH gave through us in this project. I observed how confident and organized Maria was coming into the room to tell her story with us. And that was because of the tools that the cohort provided to us and to her to frame her story. Go to the next slide. So a core part of our mission here at St. Mary's is to give seniors opportunities to be advocates for hope and justice. We believe that people with lived experiences have enormous power to persuade, and because of this work, Maria fundamentally understood how to frame her story to support affordable housing. And so after this project, we started to see that Maria's story was doing the narrative work we hoped to move people. And so we chose to work with our editing team to repurpose the video into a second ad campaign, which we used for our holiday fund drive and we called Give Seniors a Home for the Holidays. This was a TV and print ad campaign over 6 weeks at the end of 2024, and we are able to attribute 15,000 in brand new donations from donors that we had not touched before. And we think it's largely because of Maria's story and the campaign to give seniors a home for the holidays. We've also were able to match some of the work that was done with our internal records and data and feedback we were getting from the video to place these ads very strategically. So here you can see we know our top 10 highest giving zip codes, and we were able to target the ad to viewers on streaming platforms in those zip codes. And it reflects the polling that we heard later, which is that our supporters at St. Mary's Center are moderate homeowners, and they're likely to be moved by a message of hope, like Maria's. And the final outcome of this is our board of directors is more invested in storytelling and more invested in advertising. And so the takeaway I want to leave you with today is that storytelling and advocacy not only helped us publicize our work, but it actually served our mission and made our daily work better. I want to talk about some outcomes here. We saw that we are able to retain clients even after they are housed, because of the way that we're empowering them to include their story in their personal journey and in the advocacy that they do. And this is fundamentally something that I see as prevention for the future, because they're invested in continuing to show up and to use the resources that they need. It allows us as an agency to have effective and believable advocates, and we can call on them when we need to speak to lawmakers, neighbors, donors, to tell the stories that will move them. And then finally, within our agency, we have living proof of success from clients who have gone through the program to encourage others to participate in housing, sobriety programs, things like that. And I want to just sort of encourage you, if you're on the fence about storytelling, it can feel ominous because you have less control over the final product, but this is something that we can share. And you can write talking points, and you can find a way for your storyteller to really believe and believe in both your talking points and their ability to influence others. And I think this was really important to Maria and made Maria's story worth the investment.